Hey friend, are you distracted, sidetracked, kind of wondering why you seem to be all over the place? Well, distraction can be your friend and it can also be your foe when it comes to eating disorder recovery and healing your unhealthy patterns and behaviors with food that are keeping you here. Today we're talking about distractions, the good and the bad, and how you can use distractions in your favor to boost your healing journey. Let's get right to it. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsey, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in the destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. So I was thinking about what I was going to do today's episode on. It truly just hit me. I was reading Proverbs, the daily dose of the good stuff. I was sitting there and it hit me. It just came to me. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet. Stay on the safe path. Don't get sidetracked. And that's when it hit me. Many of you are feeling distracted and sidetracked. And distraction isn't always a bad thing. In recovery, we can leverage it to our advantage. And so I wanted to talk about distraction, especially this time of year, right? When we're about to head into the holidays and it just seems like timing is all off in terms of actually spending the time to take care of ourselves versus everyone else in our life. Sister, what's important is that you stay on the path. What's important is that you mark out a straight path for your feet. You stay on the safe path. You don't get sidetracked. So I wanted to start today's episode with that because it is powerful. And I want you to start your week off with a little bit of oomph and a little extra pep in your step. Sometimes you're going to feel committed to the journey, yet the battle in your mind is going to pull you back to old ways, to old patterns, to old behaviors. This is normal. This is a tool of the enemy. This is the tool of the disorder telling you you're not good enough, not worthy enough, don't deserve it, and aren't ever going to change. Because nothing good, including progress, occurs when you're confused or when you're completely sidetracked and taken off your kilter. You are distracted so much that you're going to the same patterns and behaviors that are leaving you in the place that you want freedom from. Instead of thoughts of, I can care about me later, I can care about me after the holidays, I can get through the next couple months, I don't know what to do, so right now I'm just gonna do nothing. Right now is just not a good time for me to focus on myself. Right now is not a good time for me to try to recover from this. I should have already been there. I could have already done this and I didn't. And so right now I'm just going to have to deal with it and keep doing what I've been doing and get through to another day. Sister, distraction can work against you. This is a way of keeping us here. But what I want you to think about today in your life is, are you using these excuses as distractions? Are you using others and things and current circumstances as a way to deprioritize you? This is a sign that distraction is a coping mechanism that you've been going to that is leaving you in an unhealthy place. What I want you to ask yourself is, how can I honor me right now in healing? And I also want to flip this completely around because distraction can also work for you as you heal. When you find yourself going to these common urges, these behaviors, maybe it's random over exercise. Like I have to run around the block right now, or I have to wake up right now, or I have to go do this right now. I've got to hit the gym. I've got to get on my treadmill. I've got to be on it for an extra minute. Like whatever that thing is, it's almost like an OCD behavior in your brain. Maybe it's turning to a safe food that you realize is just so repetitive and you're not even sure why you're doing it, but you just continue to do it. Maybe it is pulling out things that you hate about your body in the mirror, and you do that day after day, and your mind knows that you shouldn't be doing that logically, but you're doing it anyways. Maybe it's stepping on the scale, and you tell yourself you have nothing to accomplish by seeing the number except more shame and guilt and more deprivation and starvation, but yet you continue to do it over and over again. Whatever that thing is, distraction can be healthy if you use it as a positive coping mechanism in your pursuit of full recovery for your future. So what does this look like? So healthy distraction actually allows you to focus on what actually is going to move the needle forward for you and to get you out of your current behaviors, routines, and circumstances that are keeping you here. It moves your mind towards something productive. And it allows you to shift your mind away from the unhealthy, repetitive behavior. So if you find yourself wanting to do these things that have always kept you here, then I want you to accept it, that it's the way that you have felt safe. You've turned to disordered things. You've turned to disordered ways with food. You've turned to different mechanisms in your life to continue to have that control over your life. And even though that's a false sense of control, it's normal to want to go back to those things that you've always done. The good news is that you don't always have to keep doing it. And so healthy distraction actually allows you to focus on what's going to move you forward. You can do that by leveraging distraction in your favor temporarily. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but exactly what I mean is maybe you're finding the urge to go do that negative thing that you always do, the same daggone thing that you always do, and you hate yourself afterwards, whether that's overworking yourself and over exercising, knowing in your heart that you're trying to get better and heal your relationship with your body, whether that's beating yourself up in the mirror, like I had mentioned, whatever it is, you can leverage distraction temporarily to prevent you from taking that unhealthy action. So this looks like literally reaching out to your support person. Maybe that's a friend, a family member, maybe that is a coach that you're working with, a therapist. Stop, drop, and go somewhere outside of this triggering environment that you're finding yourself in is another way that you can distract yourself to change your behavior. Another way is reflecting in a journal, doing something to pamper you, going outside for some fresh air. Maybe that's sitting on a park bench, or maybe, sister, it is putting music on blast and having a full-blown dance party right in your living room. Whatever that looks like for you to quiet your mind, to get you out of that negative place, is a good, healthy distraction that is going to prevent you from going down the rabbit hole of destruction. This is when distraction can be leveraged for you in your healing journey and not being leveraged against you to prevent you from moving forward. There are so many things that you can be doing to distract your mind from those unhealthy patterns. Maybe it's vacuuming. Maybe it's taking your kids somewhere. Whatever that looks like for you, I want you to lean into that. Think about some things that bring you joy and do one of those things when you're feeling yourself going back to an unhealthy coping mechanism. Literally stop, drop, and go. Distractions can give yourself a break when your healing can become super overwhelming. Maybe you're in the messy middle right now. Maybe you've been dealing with this for such a long time that the energy that it takes to think about getting better is so over-consuming because you're constantly judging your recovery. You're constantly judging whether or not you're doing it right. You're constantly judging the tweener phase, the phase where it's like, I haven't yet arrived, but I know I'm better off than I've been before, but I'm awkwardly in a tweener phase and it sucks. I'm talking to you right now. And the questions that I'm going to ask you are these. What does your soul need? Your soul. Today, my soul needed to read Proverbs. I needed to get a daily dose of the good stuff. I needed to know that it is okay to look straight ahead and fix my eyes on what lies before me. Sister, you need to guard your heart. That determines the course of your entire life. What does your soul need? What is your heart yearning for? What does your body need right now? What does your mind need? Sometimes that's reflection. Sometimes that's a good conversation. Sometimes that's a full-blown dance party. And sometimes it is taking a break. If you feel distracted, sidetracked, distraction can be your friend when you leverage it temporarily for a healthy way. And it can be your full-blown out foe and your worst enemy when you allow it to keep you here, when you allow it to keep you stuck, when you allow it to tell you that right now is not a good time because you're distracted by life. But we're not promised tomorrow. And if today is not a good day for this, then when is going to be a good day to put yourself first, to put your health first? Sometimes you need a good laugh, a chat with your friend, a chat with your coach, a cry out for full and total surrender. And sometimes it's binging on Virgin River with a fuzzy blanket and a furry friend. I want you to remember today that healthy distractions can help temporarily, but it's so important to truly face what is keeping you distracted, to truly face why you're here. Is it that you have so much fear around the unknown and you have so much pain of going back to old things, or you're currently living trauma? You have so many things happening around you that are so triggering that it's really important to just even come out from underneath the covers. You have to truly sit with yourself and give yourself a break. Allow yourself that laugh. Allow yourself that cry. Don't allow your mind to work against you. But remember that it's important to come up for air. Face your feelings head on. That's how you are going to truly and fully recover. A distraction is simply a thing that prevents you from giving your complete attention to something else. What distractions today do you have in your life that are preventing you from giving your full attention to you? And what distractions do you need right now to help your healing journey? Sister, ask yourself those questions today. Write them out. Keep them close. How can I honor myself right now as I'm healing? What does my soul need? What does my body need? What does my mind need? And then go do that very thing. Girl, I hope today that you mark out a straight path before you for your feet, and you stay on that safe path and you don't get sidetracked. Thank you for listening today, friend. I hope this episode has started your week strong. And did you know that I can help you on a one-to-one basis? I do personalized recovery coaching. And right now, I might have a slot with your name on it. If you want to learn more, go to lindseynickel.com. You can learn so much more about me if you're new to the show. And you can fill out the client application for us to partner together and work together. And I will be able to hear your journey so that I can see if I would be able to help you as you navigate freedom. Also, if you're new here, it would be a privilege for you to join us in our private Facebook community. We are going to be having some fantastic things that are coming your way, and I can't wait for you to join us there. You can do so by checking the link in the show notes below. And right now we are Hope and Healing for Eating Disorder Recovery. Go on out, find us, and we will give you a warm welcome. Sister, remember that you are worth it. You are so worth it. The path isn't always going to be easy, but I promise if you put one foot in front of the other, not only will he direct your steps, but friend, I will help you along the way. You can do this. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.